Yahweh, Yahweh, Achad, Shema, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, 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 Achad, Shema, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Yahweh, Achad, Barakah Yahweh, Barakah Yahweh Shai, Barakah Yahweh, Barakah Yahweh Shai, Barakah Yahweh, Barakah Yahweh Shai, Bahashon Chakadash, on the double honor strike, elder apostles and elder bishops, great millstone and well. I also want to say peace and blessings as well as health and wellness to the house of David the elect. As a high spirit wind Judah. So I want to go into a topic entitled being economical. Alright? Because you know it's men of Yahweh by Shema Shai. Alright? We have to be men. And we our duty, and we all have duties, okay? Our duties for Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai is to teach His word. To teach His word. Alright? Alright? And spread His message. Alright? Not the Christian message, but the gospel of deliverance for the elect of the nation of Israel, waking up our people to their nationalities. Alright? That's the message. Prophesizing the downfall of Babylon. But at the end of all that, we still have to go to work, pay our bills, order our house, you know, handle our finances, things of that nature. All right, we still have to order our kingdom, as it says in Sirach, the 10th chapter. The government of a prudent man is well ordered, and it's heavy that the word prudent is used there. You know, we have to use that word more prudent because one of the attributes of manhood is prudence. All right, we you know, in today's time on this side, that word isn't used a lot. You know, especially when it becomes associated being with the man. We talk about manhood. You know, the new word of the year is alpha male. Alpha, you know, which alpha means head. It means you're the head, but the head can see with eyes. If you're the head, that means you're the skull. You're the head. You're the brain. But one thing that belongs inside the head is the eyes. All right, and with eyes you have the ability to see. All right, and prudent. When you're prudent, you're able to see before. You know, you're able to see before. You know, you're able to foresee. So the government of a prudent man is well ordered. In order to make those provisions, you have to see what's necessary for your household. All right, you're not just going off the whim. And see, we have to practice to go against the grain of Babylon. All right, all right. We have to practice. Hey, the water to you, brother. At the water, how about Shema Shai? We have to practice being structured. And for some of us, it's harder than others because, for one, we're in Babylon, which makes you spontaneous because you can get the best out of a consumer if a consumer is not spendthrift. If a consumer is not frugal, all right, you can get the best out of that consumer. All right, if your consumer is frugal, all right, because we're here to be consumers in Babylon. If your consumer is frugal and he's not prudent, he's not judicious in his affairs, all right, he's not strategic in his spending or her spending, all right, because women are the biggest consumers. All right, if they're not all those things, then they're going to be the best consumers, and they're going to always be broke. And when they're broke, they're going to go to you for credit cards and then be more broke. All right, so it's important that we start to record our ins and outs. You know, write down our spendings. That's something I'm gonna make an effort to do. All right, that's what they call spreadsheets. You have to start looking at your life like it's a kingdom. All right, when you go to work and you come back and your apartment or your car note, or the things you have in your possession, that's your kingdom. So you have to have things on record with your kingdom. A lot of us weren't taught these things. A lot of us was raised by struggling parents. So we weren't taught to be economical. We were really taught, a lot of us was taught to really just lean on the Heavenly Father, even from our parents. You know, we're gonna work hard, but we don't really have a strategy. You see, we don't have a strategy to put $10 a week back, you know, $30 a week back, you see? And a lot of time our mindset and our desires to make more money, but really before we make more money, we should check ourselves and make sure, are we being economical enough? All right, which economical goes back to economy. Eco means house. No, me goes back to manage. Manage. I forgot how to say the full word in Latin. Oikinami. I forgot how to say it in Latin a lot. But eco means house, and that no me goes back to manage. So we should practice being managers of our affairs. All right, starting with documenting our spending, starting with putting our spending under restrictions called a budget. Which a budget is basically a financial boundary. I'm not going to surpass this boundary for this particular category of spending. All right. See, once again, Esau just wants us to be financial vacuum cleaners, man. We just buy everything. We suck up everything financially, and you figure out like, damn, where's my money going? All right, because we're doing things in our day-to-day that's deleterious to our structure and our stability, our financial balance, which in turn puts us in a position where we're always in a state of need. All right, we're always in a state of wants. All right, some of us have part-time jobs. All right, we work the gig economy. We gotta get out of the hustle, even though we have a job, because you might have financial goals, or this is what's needed to kind of keep the household afloat. But some of us, we get out there and work extra jobs because we're really not managing the money that we make with the first job. You see, there's one thing to hustle or have side hustles and gigs or work overtime because this is what's needed to keep the household intact. And it's another thing to do it because you're on a financial treadmill, because you don't really have a system to order your money. And like I said, it's a challenge. I speak on these things, but it's happened to me. So one thing that Apostle Gabar would always admonish, like, it's one thing to be a man of the Lord, but before you're a man of the Lord, you got to be a man. So this is part of the restoration of manhood, man. Because yeah, we get on a woman in her role, all right, but we have to make sure that we checking our role too. I don't want to be a man with tendencies of a boy. So you give a boy money, he doesn't really have a structure like that. 8, 9, 10 years old, he doesn't really have that structure. He has his money in his hand like a rapper has his money in his hand. Because a rapper ain't nothing but a fucking boy. The way they dress like a boy, all right? It's like a little boy rapping in his own little TikTok video, you know? All right, but going back to the book of Sirach, all right, if a brother could put it down, Babakashad in the scriptures, how it says, let everything be done in writing. So maybe we can start to compartmentalize, all right, our finances and put it in a spreadsheet. Especially if you have a side business, at least do your side business like that. Put everything in a spreadsheet, whether it's a physical spreadsheet or like an app that you download in your phone. But I'm telling you, for the times that I've done it, your mind changes when you do stuff like that, and your mind becomes more practical. You start to be more strategic. You start to come into your masculine within your mind. You know, when we think about masculine, we think about hard or stoic or grounded, which these things are true too. Men have strength associated with masculinity, but another thing that comes with being masculine or being a man is really being practical, as opposed to spontaneous, as opposed to instinctive, as opposed to emotional. All right, moving in your affairs according to rules that you've created for yourself. It makes your mind more structured. All right, and it makes you a way better decision maker, and it makes you way more economical. And you'll realize that your problem may not have been as much as about making more money, but really being more economical. Granted, you can still go out and make more money, but you want to have a system where you are maxing out, or you're getting the most out of your savings. You know, I've realized it's like I'm drinking water. I realize when it comes to saving or having a woman, you know, it depending on your household, you know, it's just as, it may be better for her to be frugal. than her to be a go-getter. You see, you definitely want a woman that's not a liability, financial liability. She looks at your work ethics as a means to just live comfortable for her, all right, without her contributing anything, all right? Because a lot of women in the modern world, they want their cake and eat it too. But if you ever help me, this frugal with spending, all right, she knows how to live within your means, or, of course, they have a part-time job or whatever it may be. Their frugality, man, that's powerful. And you don't hear that word being frugal a lot in America because why do these corporations want you to be frugal? They don't want you to save money. They want you to spend money. All right? They want you to build everything in your life off credit and interest and paying them money. But no, if you're frugal, meaning that you're basically economical with your spending, all right, you will see what peace of mind you added to yourself, man. Like, if you think ahead, because prudent means really think ahead, man. Provide, but it means to think ahead, to foresee. Provision means to see before. That foreseen vision. So if you could think ahead and plan it a week ahead, with at least a week ahead with groceries or washing clothes or things of that nature, now you don't have to get out and go here and go there and go here and go there every day. Sometimes you might have little unexpected things pop up, little interruptions and stuff, but you always go back to your original schedule after that, Or you might have spent a little more money than you were planning to, but you can always make that money back up. Okay, I spent $20 that I wasn't planning to spend Tuesday. Well, I make that money back up Thursday with my side gig, you see? Like I said, if these are things that we weren't taught in Babylon, man. Building everything from scratch, buying things in bulk, spending money now to save money later, buying ingredients as opposed to buying ready-made meals, Sometimes you gotta have those quick fixes where you can easily buy something on, you can easily put something together on Shabbat, all right? Like now, all right? You can easily make a smoothie real quick. You already got some frozen leafy greens, or you already got frozen fruit. Banana is already in your possession, But you got to think like that. Think about the ingredients like oatmeal, you might have some type of rice, building recipes off ingredients, man. One thing that really harmed America, or one thing that really harmed our people in America, because fuck the heathen, all right, is that we live off fast food. We have a fast food economy. And part of the reason why we have a fast food economy, because everybody's busy. And I thought, like, what if they got rid of the fast food economy and brought in the slow food economy where there is no fast food chains? Because there are actually people who make videos about stuff like this, a slow food economy. And I'd be like, well, how people get off work? How would you get off work and eat real quick? And that's where I remember the gender roles. The woman is not here to go out and work like how you go out and work. The woman is here so when you get off work, you coming home to a meal. That's your ready-made meal. That's your fast food. It was ready when you got here. You texted, yeah, I'm on my way home. I'll be home in 30 minutes. You see? So that's the role of a woman, you see? Or even in Babylon, you might have to know how to cook. Some of us are artists in the kitchen. Hey, you're an Israelite. You're a creator. Israelites create. So Israelites are creative in the kitchen. But the point is, man, being economical and me encouraging brothers, to look up the word economical, all right? And just knowing how to get the best for your dollar and the most out of your dollar, and knowing how to foresee, practicing the ability to foresee. It's so easy to just be spontaneous and just go off of things that pop up in your head, or go off of impulses and appetites. And next thing you know, you're seeing your money spend and your finances always being spread thin. But it's another thing to foresee for at least a week in advance. Like, you got to wash your clothes, all right? You're gonna have to eat throughout the week. So those are two things right there. I know I'm gonna have to wash my clothes. I know I'm gonna have to eat for through the week, And yep. And the government of a prudent man is well ordered. So those are two things we could practice foreseeing. And Learn how to find that balance in Matthew 6 and 33. All right. And in these scriptures, you know, the government of a prudent man is well ordered. All right. A prudent man looketh well to his going. Find the balance in that. And in Matthew 6 and 33, seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh, and all these things should be added unto you. Because we still have to be men. Although we know that Yahweh is, all right, we know that he is, and we know that he's the one that ultimately feeds us, all right, and we're not gonna put ourselves in the driver's seat of his providence per se, because he provides ultimately, but you still got to go out there and make provisions for yourself. You still have to go out there and create some type of safety net for yourself, you know, some type of storage for yourself, you know, for your family. Put something up. You know, so there is a balance between our knowing that, you know, Yahweh ultimately feeds us, Yahweh Bahashim outside ultimately feeds us, and also, you know, being economical, man. Because like I said, we're in Babylon, and once we learn the ways of our forefathers, then you learn that this is not the way, man. That spontaneous spending, all right, going off your appetites, man, I got the taste for this, I think I'm gonna go here, and you do that every day, all right? Because it's an underlying error within us, and the underlying error is that we're not thinking ahead and planning ahead. You know, we're not saying, okay, what's the most I can get out of this money? You know, instead of buying this, going through the drive-through or getting order and take out. All right, what's another way? Going to the grocery store. Instead of going to the grocery store and buying a ready-made meal, what's a better way? Buying the ingredients. And what's going to happen is you're going to exchange money you spending for time. Meaning, what I mean is, instead of spending more money, you're going to spend more time. All right. But if you're a brother who doesn't make a lot of money, then you have to spend more time in making the ingredients. You know, spend more time cooking from the ingredients, man. It's an exchange of currency. You got time and money. But like I said, and being economical goes back to economy. Economy goes back to house management. So we are rulers, all right? So the first thing we have to do is understand the reality of being a ruler of your own domain, your own apartment, you know, your car, whatever. Practice ruling those different areas in our lives, man. But with that, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. You know, once again, I want to give our honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakakodash. I also want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone Root Well. All right, peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. All right, Baba Bao, coming out, Shalom.